Hear that, Liz? We're in progress.
Yay. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm coming. My knee is saying, wait, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I have all this stuff in front of you. Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
Dear Becky and Lizzie without a question edition.
Look, it's like I have a little nurse's hat on. The old-fashioned nurse's hat. That's my I did pigtail buns today, and that's gonna make my mask fun.
So fun.
Hello. I'm Rebecca. I almost went into my name is Inigo Montoya. I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in really wet and hopefully not raining too hard today, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
What is it gonna rain this morning?
Who knows?
Okay, so since we don't have questions, y'all are gonna see some of our daily routine right now. I'm trying to figure out if we should put up the tent for my lesson. That's all. For my second session of intro crochet lesson. But we can figure that out once we get off camera as well. In a last minute thing. So oh boy. Cleaning up the table as well. So yes, I decided to do this cute little thing, which will probably hold for all of a half an hour, and it's not even balanced anyway. But
the rain should theoretically hold off until this afternoon.
Okay. Everything out there is just wet because it rained overnight, but so we'll see. Yes. So I almost just went into it anytime I'm about to say something that sounds like something from The Princess Bride, it is in my head. Just know that. Like The Princess Bride, and my watch is telling me to breathe right now. The Princess Bride is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I really do feel like there's a quote for almost every situation that can be pulled from The Princess Bride. And since my best friend from high school, shout out to Kristen, she and I in junior high sat down. I mean, best friends from childhood, let's put it that way. We sat down during junior high because we were bored and tried to write the whole thing down. I know most of the lines from The Princess Bride still to this day, over probably close to 30 years later. So anyway, if y'all haven't experienced that before, it will happen from here on out.
It happens quite a bit.
And when I when I reference something from Princess Bride to someone in one of my lessons who does not know The Princess Bride and it falls flat, it is a sad moment, let me tell you, because when people know The Princess Bride, we all laugh, we have a good time, and people learn things. And when they don't know The Princess Bride, they go, huh? And life is hard. So life is more challenging then. But it's all good. If you haven't seen The Princess Bride yet, it is a classic. It's from 1985, I want to say, which was only 20 years ago in my head. Go watch it.
No, I'm cool with 20 years ago.
Whoever said I was cool? Come on now. All right. So we don't have any questions for dear Becky and Lizzie today. Which is fine. It is life. It is what happens sometimes. But that means we are left to our own devices. And who knows how this will go? This could be awesome. This could go sideways. This could be incredibly boring, at least from my point of view, because, but people seem to be entertained when we're just talking about our stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
Are you not entertained? What?
Speaking of stuff, and kind of a segue.
See?
Yesterday on the way home, I was like, so we're planning out what we're going to do with our vacation knitting. And Bernie went, vacation? And
did he not realize we're taking time off? I could have
sworn I told him.
You probably did.
I probably did.
He doesn't remember things all the time.
I know.
And I don't remember things, but he's worse. So
he was like,
what?
Vacation? And I was like,
oh, you know why? Because that disrupts his schedule.
It does.
Because he's used to you not being home. Like, I can tell you, when I was with Brian, and I mean, he's not quite who shall not be named anymore. I'll name him once in a while. But when I was with Brian, and Monday was my day off from the shop, but the day that he was somewhere else. And so it was my day to myself, even though I was doing crap ton of things for the shop. And the days when he would be home and be like, hey, I'll be home, I was like, oh crap. I mean, I love the man. I did when we were together.
It throws off routine.
It throws off your routine. And even when you love someone, it's just like, wait, you're here? What? No, but this was supposed to be me time. Or I had plans, you know. So I get that he might be, huh?
Yeah. So he was like, oh. And I was like, he goes, well, how long are you taking a vacation for? And I was like, pull up a calendar because I don't remember. I'm like, this is our last day, and this is the day we have to go back.
It's kind of like, because of our normal days off, it's almost a week and a half.
Yeah.
Which, you know, some people out there might be going like, how could you do that?
Yeah.
We need it. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. We need it. Yes.
Yeah.
So how did he take the news?
He was like, okay, are you guys going anywhere? I was like, no. My mom goes, you guys should take a day trip or like go hiking or something.
Energy.
And I'm like,
well, do you hike?
I could walk.
Okay. It's a little different, but close. I shouldn't tie these up. We're gonna think there's things in them, and then
there's
sell empty things, because I took one of each of these and I'm using them now.
Yeah.
We could go for a walk sometime. We'll talk about that. The problem with going somewhere on vacation, maybe the second time we take time off, we could do that. But the first time, it's like you come back almost like you rejuvenate by being somewhere else. Yes. Especially if you go somewhere where you can be out in the sun or hiking or something. But then the travel to get there and back sometimes leaves you more tired than before you went.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I know people will fight us tooth and nail on that. But I go see my family for Christmas and I love them dearly, and it's good to get away. But I'm almost as tired. I'm tired in a different way when I come back, but I'm still tired. So
Bernie did ask if I was going to come to the shop to pack up packages, and I said, no, this isn't Christmas.
No. No, there's a really good chance there'll be some kind of sale while we are on break, and that is from September 4th. I can vaguely remember that looking at a calendar till like September 12th or something.
Yeah.
There's a good chance we'll have some kind of savings online while we are not open. We haven't decided what that will be yet, but nothing will be shipped until we come back. And in fact, the one thing I will try to do before we go on break. Oh, I didn't put these in the sale category yet. I forgot about these.
Oops.
I'll do that today.
Squirrel.
See, I squirrel and I forget what I'm saying. The one thing I will try to do before we go on break is put notices somewhere in our policies that say we will not be shipping things until we get back. So those of you who are used to getting things quickly from us, if you order on September 4th, we aren't going to be packing and shipping until after we get back. So that means it's probably not going to be shipping until at least 10 days after you order. And I apologize in advance, but we need a break. So, although my break at home with my cat, we'll see how much sleep I get, because he has not been letting me sleep lately. He's been waking me up multiple times a night. I think it's because there was, shout out to Donna. Donna's like, has Peter Parker, the affectionate name we give the mouse that does acrobatics in my house. I don't think this was Peter Parker, but she was asking on Sunday if I've had more mice. And I said no. And then the next day, my cat is chasing a mouse. And all up and down and all around, like from the upstairs to the downstairs, like I opened up the bathroom door to be like, what are you doing? And he had trapped it on the stairs. I was in no condition to save this mouse and go outside. And by the time he was downstairs with the mouse, and the mouse escaped and ran somewhere that I couldn't catch it. So long story long, that means I think that's why he's been messing with me at night more, is he wasn't able to catch the mouse. And now he's both frustrated and wants to chase something. So he attacks me. That would not be a thing. Not at all. So he attacks me. I have multiple times in the past week or so, I have woken out of a dead sleep because he has pounced on my tummy.
I've woken up out of a dead sleep because I have to go to the bathroom. Because hydration.
Yeah. Well,
stupid.
Combine that with a cat, a 15-pound cat pouncing on your tummy.
Nope.
And then I have to weigh the options of, he's in stalker mode. Do I want to get out of bed right now and go to the bathroom?
Oh, that's
full bladder, stalking cat. It's like a choose your own adventure. Which one, and I'm talking about the ones from when I was a kid in a book. Which one, when you turn to that page, will it end in disaster on that page? And which one will give you an option to go somewhere else? And then do you have to go back to the other page and start over? Oh, to try not to forget those. Okay.
Yes.
So anyway, I think, I had a couple of thoughts about what to talk about today. It could either be like what we're hoping to work on this weekend. Because I don't know if I have a philosophical yarn thing to talk about today. To ponder on and elusify, and I'm trying to think of all these fancy words. And you all walk away going, I never knew that. I have learned something today. I don't know if I have that today.
I told you I had a thought, but the time in between having the thought and the present, it's gone. Sorry.
That's what like writing things down is for. But do I do that? No. So I'm not going to get mad at her about that.
Been in the car.
Voice dictation. Just kidding.
I never set that up.
Huh? You don't have to set it up. You push your notes thing and there's a little microphone in the corner of your keyboard, but you do have to look down while you're driving to find it. So
yeah,
not really safe. I'm sure there's some shortcut to being able to like voice dictate on your phone so you don't have to do things while you're driving, and like ABA, double tap something somewhere. Yeah. But I don't know it. So no, I thought we could again, we can talk about what we want to do on break. Mm-hmm. We're already kind of segued to that ish. Or just what we want to do this weekend. The weekend's coming up, and do we have plans?
I'm still pondering what to play with because I finished my hap shawl and I have all these other projects. I have sweaters.
I know. Oh, she was listing stuff and she was like, well, I have my half hap. And I'm like, but you just finished your hap. I feel like, I know they're different projects, but to me, I would be like, I want to avoid haps for a while.
Well, like on the weekend is my time
to a square or rectangular shawl for people who are like, what? Sorry.
On the weekends is my time to play with more complicated things.
Like when we don't have sit and stitch and things. Yeah. Yes, because sit and stitch means like mindless knitting. Absolutely.
So I could work on my brioche, but that's kind of more mindless than
your brioche shawl.
My brioche shawl.
She's not doing
I'm not doing the cowl. I don't like cowls. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't really wear cowls all that often. That's a whole philosophical discussion we could have of like things you can make with knit and crochet and what can you make versus what will you actually wear.
Yeah.
You don't wear cowls. I wear cowls on occasion and I maybe wear them when they're, but we get back to yours. I'm just swirling for a second.
You're
fine. I wear the triangular ones like this, the bandana type cowls, more than the straight ones, because the straight ones will flop and then you can't see the pattern. Like I'll go grab one of my cowls that I did all this amazing color work on, and then depending on how it falls when you wear it, you don't see it. That's a bummer. But okay, so if you were gonna work on something fancier this weekend, like with your not in front of a camera having to chat with people time, what would that be right now?
Right now, I still have to wind yarn for whatever I'm going to do.
This is the version of money is no object.
Money is no object.
Our version of that, because we have the shop. Money's more of an object for her than for me. But because I can just steal from my own shop. Let's be honest. But our version of that, if you didn't have to worry about yarn being wound, what would you choose to work on this weekend?
I want to do a bigger feather and fan triangle shawl, I think.
That's cool.
And I have a whole bunch of yarn for it. I just have to wind it. And I think it's going to be double-stranded Mayu lace again.
I think half the things I have at home is double-stranded Mayu lace. Someone came in and bought some Mayu lace yesterday, and it's just such a lovely yarn, especially double-stranded. Single-stranded is nice. Double-stranded is just extra squishy, and it feels like fingering weight then. I should finish my ranunculus, which is somewhat mindless knitting right now.
Yeah, we'll probably work on sleeves for at least a little bit, but they're boring.
I think I would, yeah, I know. Sometimes we just have to buckle down and do stuff though. I think I might try to work on, see, the new pom pom is coming out at the end of the month. So the things I'm making from this month's pom pom, I should try to get working on again. Oh wait, this was upside down. Okay, this one goes this way. This one, even though it's the pieces I'm putting together of it now are a little more mindless, there's like counting involved. So I don't do it on knit night and things like that. So the one that is the cover from Pom Pom, sticky notes. This one, see, my Pom Pom has been well loved at this point. I could work on this one. The bag that's inside of it, I've been making some progress on. I can almost mindlessly do that right now. So I could try to make some progress on that. I mean, anything that we're saying we're going to do this weekend could roll over into vacation. On some level. Like, I think I have a dream.
A dweem within a dweem.
Well, that's a Princess Bride, but I was also my brain was also going to Les Mis. I dreamed a dream in time gone by. You know.
Yeah.
When hope was high and life worth living. I'm gonna get all much. Okay. Oh, when I get really down, sometimes I'm like, I'm her. This is angst ridden. You know, there's gonna squirrel for a second. Les Mis, the musical. I feel like for people who are musical geeks who actually like Les Mis, like you go through phases in your life where you are different women in that. I'm talking more about women, but some men could also associate with this, right? And like when I was a kid and I liked Les Mis, I would sing Castle on a Cloud all the time because that's the kid song. And when I was an angsty teenager and most of my young adulthood, I think I was is it Fantine? No, Fantine's the mom. Because that's the kid. Fantine's the mom. Eponine. Why can't I remember songs right now? It's the On My Own. Oh my gosh. Like that's the angst-ridden teenager, like pining for the unrequited love song. And then when you get a little older and you become more of an adult, then I Dreamed a Dream. You're all about that because it's just like life was going to be great and now it sucks. Like there's been moments in my life where all of those songs, I'm like, this is my battle anthem. And okay, I think I'm done swirling now. Okay. I don't sing a lot anymore. I used to sing a lot, and I think some of that is I only sing at home. I'm not about to like serenade people at the shop because I'm self-conscious, right? And I think I'm actually a decent singer, but when I'm on the spot, things go wrong. So I would sing at home, and my cat doesn't like my singing. I think he thinks that I'm like meowing or like angry or something. He gets very upset when I sing, and I'm like, I'm a good singer. What's wrong with you? He does not appreciate it. So anyway, okay. I think about 5 people out there were just entertained by that, and everyone else is like, why aren't you talking about knitting and crocheting? Because I promised I'd never do those rants.
We swirl all the time. In fact, this is perfect practice for when we have a customer in who squirrels and then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I squirrel. And it's like, it's okay. I work for somebody who squirrels all the time. So I'm kind of used to it. If you don't squirrel, it's kind of weird.
People ask what's wrong. Yes, it's true. Okay, so this little triangle one kind of sits better, and if it's also because it's brioche. If it flops, you know, if you see the inside, it's like, oh, that's cute too. Haha. So, then there's this one. I really love this one. This one was so fun. This was the Mountain View, I want to say, cowl, and it's based on the Rocky Mountains. And I did it with Blue Ridge Mountain colors, but it's got little trees in it, and it's got these jagged mountains, and it's adorable color work. And isn't this fun? But the ones that go straight across, I find, let's see if this holds up to my findings. Like when you wear it, like you can try to position it so all this, like for pictures and stuff, I can be like da-da, but then when you wear it, like you kind of see it on the side, but more often than not it'll do that. And That's so annoying because, or it'll flop to the side or something, or you end up seeing more of the inside with the stranding. Like, that's not the pretty side, but that's what happens when you wear it. The only other solution would be like, do I want to wear it inside out? And then maybe if it flops down, you can, like, I think that's too much hassle.
I think the,
oh, this is totally going to kill the hair, but like now I can see, no, that doesn't work. That actually holds up better to see the outside. So I've had some floppy cowls though that like you don't see all the hard work you put in because it flops.
I think the solution to that is like your gray squirrel or your white squirrel cowl, where you make it too, but then it's thicker than, you know.
But that doesn't work with this transitioning. So yeah. The one, speaking of this, yes, this was my morning meditation this morning for social media. This is my white squirrel cowl, and someone on Sit and Stitch. Did I? No, good, I didn't. I was like, I lost stitches. No, I didn't. Okay. I don't use the beautiful stitch stoppers we sell in the shop, and I should. And so sometimes accidents happen. Someone was saying at in-person Sit and Stitch yesterday, well, that's a really tall cowl, because they were thinking of it like this, right? They were thinking of it like this type of cowl. And I'm like, no, it's a tube. It's going to go around like this. And that's true, because then no matter what side shows, it's something you've worked on when it's in the round, but then it has to go all the way around your neck. So this is our October knit along. It's going to be so much fun. Yay. Color work, rebel squirrels, because all the squirrels go one direction, except for a few I flipped the other way or turned upside down. So according to the pattern. So you get to pick and choose, or you can do all the squirrels all looking exactly the same, and that's fine. But you're right. Yeah, the ones that are done in a circle like this, top to bottom to top, top to bottom, I think they're fun because there's usually no shaping, and they're done faster, and there's no seaming, there's no, you know, that's the wonderful part about a cowl that is more of a rectangle or a tube shape. However, like, I find wearing them, it's hard to, if you have patterns and things you want to see, it's hard to see that. There's another cowl around here somewhere that's a good example of that. I may go peek for it, but I'm not gonna like,
I think that
kill myself
that like a straight up cowl like that, where it's just up and there's no shaping, or it's just straight, works really, really well for like a very simple pattern, like ribbing, or, you know, just very plain, where if it flops inside out, it doesn't show. But like color work, you kind of lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the one I'm hoping to find, but I don't think I'm gonna find it.
Which
my Orla. Oh wait. All I have to do is say I don't think I'm gonna find it, and I find it. It also depends on the structure. Like, this is made with a merino that sits up on itself a little bit better. This guy I made from alpaca and silk, and it was a sport weight cowl that I made from a really light sport weight. And take a look at that. It's got all this fun patterning in it. And you can already see like the softness of it. Like, it doesn't stand up straight even just holding it, right? And then this is one that like you see the inside more than you see all the fun stuff on the outside. And I could try putting it on the other way so the curl, but I think then the other side would curl. Like the edging doesn't have the structure when you have a really soft, floppy type of material. Like, see that? That's not pretty to me. This is the pretty side. And I get annoyed because, you know, the not pretty side is showing. And I'm too lazy to line it or to do something else with it. What you got with that? What's your thought with that one?
Well, my thought with this one is the inside can be just as interesting. Like, it's a pretty plain.
Yeah, it's got almost a herringbone stitch to it. It's not a herringbone stitch, and it was a really fun stitch to do. And here, because I'm going to hold it closer. Really, really fun stitch, right? And I picked this to show off the ombre yarn that we have, the degradé, right?
But if you're wearing it and it flops,
let's test. Yeah, the inside is not as pretty, but it's interesting, right?
But it's not going to be the same as if a color work flopped.
Mm-hmm. And I made this taller, so So this one, because it's taller, it almost stacks better. But see, if it dropped, if I went like that, it still looks interesting, right? The taller you make a rectangular cowl or like a circular, but just I call it straight across rather than the one with a point on it, the more it might flop. But yeah, see that, like, it's gonna do a little, it's not gonna look perfect. And if you want perfection, you're gonna have to pin it to your face.
But
but yeah, that
it's not like
looks okay.
Completely noticeable like with a color work one.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
yes, like this one, the inside of it is just, yeah, makes me unhappy. So this one's not on display because it doesn't make me happy. So, and I could wear it upside down, but then the little viney part of it, it's the Orla vine cowl, the viney part of it would be upside down. So I think if I did this with a yarn with more structure to it, I might have been happier with it. But I like the colors in the Aini, which is super floppy.
Not gonna make it.
Fiber, like, affects how something comes out. You're not gonna make it across?
Have this much.
And okay, so you've got maybe half a yard.
Maybe a whole yard.
Maybe a whole yard. And then hold up because of the basket there. They can't see.
And 3 peaks.
And crochet eats up more yarn than knitting, so she's not going to make it.
And I'm on my last row of the 5-row repeat. So I'm going to need like another yard maybe. And yeah.
Now she has a choice here to crack into another. Are you like done with the whole thing after this?
No. But like
yeah.
I do my 5 rows and then I'll switch to the other color. But so
she could make it shorter. She could pull back and start her stripe not as tall as the other ones, but that might look for. Where's your I don't care bar? Is that going to bug you?
I have
or crack into a new skein, which will then be used on the next pink section, right? But more ends to weave in.
It's where do I want to weave the ends in? I might just rip back this side and start with a new ball to where that, instead of weaving in ends in the middle. The struggle is real.
The struggle is real. I'm thinking ahead to this weekend. So, or to vacation. This weekend, let's see. This weekend, I think I want to work on my Faye summer top, which has the cables and the bobbles and things, because that needs a little more focus. Then, are you backing out?
Yeah.
I thought she was going to go forward.
No,
but you're going to do one whole row with your.
I'll do one whole row with my.
And then you'll have extra for whenever. Okay. I think I want to work on Spice Girls songs went in my head for that one. All these songs right now. So my Faye summer top. I want to finish my summer tops so I can get back to my fall tops or start new tops or things like that. So speaking of tops, that's one of my options for vacation. Before I get to them, I have picked out. So I made a sparkly dragon for my niece for her birthday. And I'm thinking about making a different sparkly dragon for the shop. These are the colors I used for my niece. And I'm thinking about throwing in a quasi Sun Dragon color into the mix and making another one for the shop. That could be something I work on. I mean, I'm supposed to be working on something for me, in theory, over my vacation and not the shop. But this is the kind of thing I need time and space to think about. And I don't get that at the shop or at Sit and Stitch or at, stuff like that. So these are all sparkly. That's fun. I left my phone charging over there, but I have 2 options. I have been wandering around this whole time. I might go get my phone. My phone didn't charge last night, I think because of my cat. I think my cat's been messing with my phone in my sleep. Gonna blame everything on my cat right now. I think because he tries to mess with stuff on my bedside table to wake me up. Yeah. And 2 nights ago, he knocked my phone off the bedside table, but it stayed plugged in. And this morning, I went to go look at my phone, and it was plugged in, but it said low battery. And I went, what? So I think it just jostled, just a little bit. Anyway, 2 sweaters. I'm either pondering a decision between, or I'm starting them both over break, which means they won't get done because y'all have seen over Christmas, I did do an entire sweater in a week.
You were focused on it.
I was super focused on it. I was still hanging out with family and doing other things, but I was super focused on it. And while there was color work, it was thicker. It was like worsted weight or thicker. And I was just going to town on it. Now, if I start 2 sweaters, I'm not going to finish them both. And one I want to start is fingering weight, and the other one I want to start is worsted weight, but it has lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of cables. And while lots of cables could keep me interested in going, it also, on the whole, might slow me down a little bit. So it's like right now, a lot of people are all over the Rhinebeck sweater, whether it be Andre Maury's or something else. But like, there has been this tradition of making, if you're going to Rhinebeck, which is, for people who don't know, is a fiber festival. It's in New York, right? It's in New York. And there's been this tradition of a lot of people who go. You don't have to do this, but a lot of people who go make a sweater to wear to Rhinebeck. And sometimes if they're following a designer, they will look for people who, like, they'll be the Rhinebeck sweater. It'll have another name, but like Andrew Maury's just put one out. And so you'll look for other people who've made the same sweater in different colors. And yeah, it's really kind of cool. We don't go to Rhinebeck. We don't really travel from the shop very often because time and energy and the shop and, expense and all that stuff. So it's kind of like our Rhinebeck sweater in a way. It's like our vacation sweater.
We've made a habit of doing vacation sweaters, like at least over the last year and a half. Like, we're on vacay, we'll start a sweater just because.
I guess I haven't really thought about it that way, but I guess you're right. Yeah, like, because I did it over Christmas. I was just like, I'm finally gonna start the Cordy sweater, and then I just was like, it's coming along. Let me just see if I can get it done. Woo! Yeah. So, I'm gonna go get my phone real quick to show off pictures of my 2 sweaters, and I forgot. Oh, you picked one, right?
I did.
Yes. Okay. And you don't have to show off pictures, but you could describe it.
It's DK on a 10, and you can do it in straight up DK, or you can do it with fingering and mohair. And I'm going to do it in straight up DK because I bogarted yarn that nobody knows exists because it came. We
brought
in a box.
into the shop and no one ever saw it because I think 2 people saw
it. Carol
and there were 2 reasons that nobody saw it, huh?
Carol and somebody else who was looking at the Federbrook. It's Federbrook. It's a solid.
It's a Federbrook solid instead of Federbrook color changing like spin cycle. So and there's 2 reasons. Liz bogarted it, but before that, she hadn't bothered to sticker the stuff yet because life had been happening, so stickering hadn't happened. So it was in a box, and it never left the box. It went home with her. So it's more show the blue to show what.
Oh, yeah. So it's solid like the blue, but it's like the green.
It's like the some of the lighter greens, or like middle green.
Yeah. Anyway. So I'm gonna do it all in DK, and it has 4 different like long sleeve, short sleeve, but 4 different bottoms.
I like the picture. It was like 1 long sleeve and 1 short sleeve on one picture. Yeah. Not that
and it kind of has a
you can do like a gathery and this. Yeah. It's almost like an Ampere floaty a line, stuff.
And so
option.
You can do the asymmetrical with the crop and then the longer back, and you can put in pleats kind of thing in the back. And so I'm just going to do this.
I was going to say, what are you going to do?
I'm going to do the long sleeve spinning.
Are you going to do like a lower back thing, like a tail on it?
I don't know if I'm going to do a tail.
Because that was one that when we were showing it off, people were like, ooh, like short in the front, party in the back. You're not going to have a mullet sweater?
I don't think I'm going to do a mullet sweater. Just because I don't know how it'll play with the skirt.
It's true. It'd cover your bum though, but maybe it wouldn't cover your bum in the way you want. So
yeah. So I'm gonna do that. And then I don't know. I keep looking at projects and going, ooh, maybe, ooh, maybe.
Okay, so the one I should do, or I might, I have two that are intriguing to me. And one I've already talked about on the show because I've been thinking about it for a while. But I might actually start it over break is the Billie Pullover that just has like cables and cables and Aaron and cables. And
what is the construction type on that?
It is a top-down seamless.
So mine's a top-down seamless as well because I was
no
like,
sewing.
I don't. There's another sweater I want to do. It's bottom up and it's seamed and it's on two.
That's my problem with my other one too.
Yeah. So
a lot of classic Aaron sweaters like this, and by Aaron I do not mean Aaron weight. I mean like the kind of Irish, Scottish, blendy, but lots and lots of cables. Yes. And this has like honeycomb cables on the front, and it's by Sari Norland, and she writes very good patterns, and twisty cables, and it's like a variation on a theme of a very classic lots and lots of cables, whether they're twisty or not. Irish sweater, I would really say, is where you find them more. And so I'm just like, ooh, and if I do it, I would do it in, it's written for Cascade 220, which I think is wonderful. Because I don't have many sweaters. I've tried to start another one, but I would do it in like these Aaron sweaters. The classic color is like a natural or a white, and I need 7 skeins of yarn for this. It's telling me for my size, and I have 6 of these in stock. Sadness. If I order more, the question is, will they come in before I go on vacation? Some of that, this is the issue, right? The other thing I want to do that caught my attention, I just think it's cute and I think it would be fun, although then some of the construction makes me think it won't be fun. It's called I'll Cat You, and it's like
cats.
It's cats and traditional Fair Isle snowflakes, but it's fingering weight. It's fingering weight. And it is bottom up and pieced. So like you make the front and you make the back and you make the sleeves and you sew it together. And while for some people that might be like, that's a traditional sweater. So what? Color work, when it's knit flat, means that you have to do color work on the purl side. And I'm much more of a fan of like holding one yarn in each hand. I can handle when I'm knitting. Now, when you're purling, there's a little bit more of a brain like explosion that has to happen. So part of me goes, that would be so awesome. And the rest of me goes, what are you thinking? But I've picked out colors. And the colors I've picked out, like color changing browns, like kind of like Spin Cycle or Perth, or Feederbrook adjacent. Like this will wave through the colors with a navy, like browns and navy, and the cats would be color changing brown, and I just think that would be so pretty. I'm gonna need 3 of this color. I have 2 in stock. People say, you have tons of yarn, and I look around and go, oh my gosh, I'm out of so much, or I have not sweater quantities of so much. We're working on it.
That's another reason why I say that all the stuff that was in here isn't here now.
Was over there.
Could be over there because we're out of so much. And we've DX'd quite a bit. So with all the boxes. So
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot.
There's two I want to do. And then there's the 30 plus projects that, I could take my vacation time and finish some of them. And wouldn't that make me feel better and maybe help me rest? And I don't know. I think starting a new project would help me rest. I have other socks I want to make that are just for me. There's so many options. I would say, hey, you all can weigh in on this, but I'll probably decide something different. But if you want to make recommendations, feel free. Just know if I don't take your recommendations, or try not to be offended if I don't take your recommendations, because there's a good chance I will squirrel and do something different entirely. But you never know. Sometimes a recommendation from a customer or a watcher could be like, oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's cool.
I might swirl too. I don't know because I have thoughts, but
we got thoughts.
We both have thoughts, and then
and
whether
then life.
those thoughts happen, and then life,
and then life, and then
yeah.
Oh, we were gonna spin the wheel today.
I should go get that.
Can you go get the wheel?
Yep.
We're gonna spin the wheel for discounts. We made you wait till the very end. That was not intentional. I'm tired and forgot. We'll have a sale today and tomorrow for whatever we spin on the wheel for our birthday discounts for the 5th anniversary of the shop. And then we have Spunky Sheep coming on Saturday as an indie dyer. So if you're local and want to buy some independently dyed, locally dyed yarn that's gorgeous and we don't even know what color she's bringing, please come Saturday. When you buy from her at regular price, you can save 20% off anything in the shop that's ours. That's not Spunky Sheep stuff that she brought with her. Vogue Knitting, the 40th anniversary magazine, came in yesterday. So I'm going to try to get that into the system and maybe into the online shop sometime this weekend, hopefully. We gotta turn that a little bit, like, so you guys can see it, and I'm gonna come film. I'm gonna film Liz doing this. So y'all, I don't know, you won't have a good angle on me because I want to make sure you all can see. So ready? Wait, I haven't hit film yet. Okay, now I'm filming for the discount. Go ahead. Oh, that was a really good spin. Woo! 5%. Let's give another spin. I don't want people to save more than 5%. What can I say? If it comes up 5% again, it was meant to be. 15%. I will take that. So 15%. What is today? Today is the 18th and 19th of, it's August. Ha! Save in the online shop. The code is going to be 5, the number 5, YEAR 15%. Look in the description for the posts of these, for the spelling of that. All right. So much to do. But yes, so because it's our 5-year anniversary, we have 5 and 15 and 25% on here. 5% is just so sad, but it's an option. But we want y'all to save a little more than 5%. So today and tomorrow, the 18th and 19th of August, 15% off in the online shop. Or if you come in and mention this, but mention it at checkout, because we'll forget. Don't ask for it after you've already paid. Number 5, YEAR 15% mark. All right, we have Sit and Stitch tomorrow night. Zoom, get in 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, East Coast time. Trying some language change. You know who you are. For people who get confuzzled by things or say that's not the way we should be talking about it. Get in with the shop phone number.
828-877-3550.
Because we have one of our customers here for the lesson just showed up. So we're going to go do that. Come see Spunky Sheep on Saturday if you're local. And write comments and questions. We'll answer them if we can. And we will see you next week.
Like, subscribe, ring the bell, all the fun stuff. Yay.
Bye. Where's my masks? Yeah, she's trying to. It's not 10 yet. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.